All right, guys, I have a brand new Oreck XL. I keep saying XL. Oreck Conquer Elevate or Elevate Conquer. This, I just ripped the plastic off of it. You can see she's nice and pretty. There's a little toe mark there from me and just some dust from packaging, but it is in very good shape. This vacuum cleaner it's brand new. Just took it out of the box. I just posted the unboxing video. It's slightly different from my other Concord that I still have, but because I saw the price on it, I was like, you know what, for 135, but I asked them if they'd take 115. I'm sure they would have taken less. It was definitely worth the money. Now, I suggest anybody who's watching this video around the time that I post it, go on Mercari and type in Oreck Conquer or Oreck Elevate or Oreck Vacuum. If you can't find these, the seller had a couple of these, and they also had the HEPA swivel with the blue trim. I personally just didn't like it. I'm pretty sure the vacuum is identical, but I liked the Conquer series because as far as I know, the HEPA swivel and the black model with the blue trim, which is basically the same as a Command, they are mostly Amazon available, whereas these are still available in an Oreck dealer. I don't think that you can get the other ones in an Oreck store. But one thing that I discovered when I unboxed this is it's a 4 amp. It's not the same sound or annoying shrill as like the cheaper Oreck Classic series styles. But it's not as quiet as my XL21, which I do want to make a video of today because I just got it back yesterday from the Oreck store. I had a tune-up done on it. So, my Conquer, actually, the other one has a blue release here, and it has a blue handle here. And I did look at it. This feels about the same quality as my one downstairs. It just feels very chintzy. But the machine itself still has a lot of great qualities from the previous Orecks. Like, it has the larger fill tube on it. I think once they started to implement this ball neck here, that is when Oreck kind of started to go a little bit cheaper, and TTI really took over because the Axis had the older style XL21, and maybe the Signature did too, but the Signature had a lifetime belt on it, from my understanding, and so does this one, but the Axis did not. And all the Axis models that I saw, the one headlight would be blown out on the one side because it just used those dual headlights like the Oreck XL21. But as far as it goes, I really like this machine. I think it does great. It's not the same as a traditional Oreck, but it's very close. A lot of people will tell you, well, this is the same as the XL21. Which is, it was reincarnated basically as the Platinum Pilot or the Axis. I think the Signature was also a swivel machine too. But to me, this was kind of like an offshoot. It's the same in the sense that it's the top of the line model, but it just doesn't, it's not the same sound. It does clean pretty well. It might even clean a little bit better than the XL21, though I've seen videos of people showing that the airflow is not as good on this as the XL21. But the one thing, and I'll talk about it in my XL21 video, is I've been looking for a Forever Pilot, a Platinum Pilot Forever series with the lifetime belt, because if there's one thing that I wish my XL21 had that would make it perfect, would be the lack of a squeaking belt. I can't stand putting that brand new belt on this rug and it starts to squeak immediately. and it gets worse by the second time I use it, and it really irritates me. This has a forever belt in it, but I kind of like the swivel action, so I'd really like the Forever Pilot. I do have an a Forever Gold series on its way that was refurbished. We'll see how that goes. And maybe, you know, my desires will be fulfilled with that, but I'd really like to complete it with a Forever Pilot. This is very similar to a Forever Pilot, though, but it just doesn't have the same feel, like I said, as the 21 series. So we'll give it a quick run. I don't know if you guys can hear that. You can hear that, it almost sounds like Rice Krispies. It's not really a rattle, but it almost has like this Rice Krispie sound to it in the cleaner head somewhere. My last Conker had the same exact sound. I don't know why they do that. I don't know if it's just the electrical in it. I've had some machines in the past, like my Filter Queen Majestic Triple Crown, where you could hear almost, or you could actually look down inside the blower port and see the electrical or the electric making contact, whatever you want to call it. I don't really know. But it would almost, you could see it and you could kind of hear like a little bit of a crackly sound. And this thing has that sound too. You can see it grooms the carpet extremely well. And I did run this when I first tried to make the video. That's why there was carpet lines. But you can look under here and see that there is actually some remnants of carpet fresh, or it's carpet capture that I put. You know what? It actually might be these. This is what it might actually be. These rattling. And I'd like to take them out. That could be exactly what that rattling sound is. And I think that's been discussed in previous videos. I think they call it a sock guard. I know people mostly call it a cord guard, but I believe Oreck, if you look at the part, it's called like a sock guard. But this thing's been pulling out, you can see some of that carpet capture right there. You can see it's been pulling out some of that. And I used my Maytag M1200 on this rug, and I used my Linhouse after that, because I used the Linhouse to actually put that stuff into the rug. So it did pull some stuff out that must be both of those machines might have missed. Maybe it just has a better ability of separating the carpet fibers. But this thing is identical in many ways to my other Conker. I don't know if they've started to cheapen out on some of the plastics. But again, the cord hook, the rear handle, and the fingertip switch are not that dark navy sapphire blue color, which is fine. But this also has the blue bag in it. You probably saw that in my last, or in the unboxing video. But it didn't really come with any paperwork, unfortunately. But the vacuum itself is very solid. I forgot how large the cleaner head is in person in proportion to the rest of the vacuum, because it's a pretty slender design compared to the older Orecks. But yeah, so hopefully I'll be able to put a video up of my XL21 here soon talking about it. I'm just gonna explain it now. Um, if any of you guys could let me know about the um, Endurolife belt, if it's compatible or if I can put it in my XL21 without ruining it, please let me know. I think it's been discussed in the past, but people have said that it could potentially weaken the plastic housing or maybe the supports where the motor attaches to the vacuum or the fan housing, something like that. I'm not sure. But basically, they made it sound like it's a bad idea. But if any of you could really confirm that, please let me know. Because I feel like the most sought out Oreck in my eyes would be a Forever Pilot, because you're getting all the features that Oreck's ever made in the same vacuum, but it's that older style XL21 type machine rather than these newer cleaner heads that use a 4 amp motor in them. But I think it's a totally different style 4 amp motor. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. But again, if you guys want one of these, get on Mercari now. You can find some of these pretty cheap right now. Might not be from the same seller, but mine was brand new in the box, came in the Oreck box and everything. So if you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And let me know if you guys have your own Oryx or what you guys know again about that belt. But if you guys have your own Conquer or maybe the new HEPA swivel, and what you guys think about it. Thanks for watching.